Hi, I'm Christopher Walker with Closely Observed Teaching, and in this video, I'm going to briefly tell you about what I think is one of the most essential items for any online teacher to have, especially if you teach group classes or young learners. And that is this little baby. This is my Wacom graphics tablet, or whatever you call it. Now, we've been teaching online for quite some time now. A lot of people have, and I can see advantages and disadvantages. One of the biggest disadvantages that I had was trying to transition from using a typical whiteboard marker on a whiteboard to using this thing, and I didn't like it. It's not much fun. So I was searching for alternatives, and I didn't want to spend too much because this is my own money. I'm not made of money, especially not now when it's difficult to make sure that you have money going forwards during this problematic period in our history. But I felt that if I could invest a little bit, I might get something out of it. And lo and behold, yeah, I'm really glad that I went for this purchase. So let me tell you a little bit more about this Wacom thing. I think it's the Intuos, if I'm saying that right. So first of all, let me show you their website. This is the Wacom website where you can learn all about their products. They've got lots of different products that are far too expensive for the likes of me to entertain buying, simply because I'm not a graphic designer, I'm not an artist, I'm not looking for something where I can create digital artworks to then sell on Etsy or wherever. That's not the sort of thing that I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is replicating something of the whiteboard experience in the traditional classroom here at home. So I was looking through this and I came across this Wacom Intuos S. It comes with a bit of software as well. I have not looked at the software yet. I've had this thing for a couple of months now. I just haven't gone around to it really. So you learn all about it on the website. I'm here in Poland and I made my purchase through the RTV Euro AGD shop. They've got quite a lot of different Intuos products that you can find when you search for them. And what attracted me, of course, was the discount. It's not a real discount. There's always a discount. I bought this thing a couple of months ago. It's still discounted. But I went for this one, which is the Intuos S BT. Now, according to the specifications you can see here, it has a kind of touchable or interactive area of about 15 centimeters across and 9.5 down. The device itself is bigger than that. So that's something to bear in mind. The device itself is not completely interactive. So the areas around the sides here, the margins, it's kind of like a bevel without being a bevel. So bear that in mind. And I went for the BT or Bluetooth version because I don't want any more cables. I've got cables galore. I've got this cabled in to my computer. I've got the webcam cabled in by USB. I've got myriad other things that are connected by USB. I didn't want this connected, and I didn't want to have to keep it connected to use it. So I think you can get the regular S like this one. Yeah, you can see in Poland it's running at 339 zloty. I figured that although this is a bit more expensive, we're going up about 80 zloty there. So in euros, that's, what is it, about 25-30 euros difference, I guess, just for the Bluetooth connectivity. I figured it was worth it, and I'm glad that I got it because I'm not really constrained. If I'm moving around, I don't have to worry about knocking over my coffee, and I suppose that's the prime concern. Add up the cost of all those coffees. So that's the one I went for. So let's do a little comparison then of the performance of the device against typically just using a mouse. So let me just draw a line down the middle. I'm going to do this as fairly as possible. It's not like a blind test or anything like that, so don't expect completely objective results to emerge here. So I'm going to just draw a house and a person standing in front of it. So I've got my mouse that I'm using right now, and I'm drawing a house. Blah, blah, blah. Here we've got some windows. I'm just doing it quick and easily. One of the problems that I have with the mouse is starting and stopping. So like you can see just here with this line, it's gone a bit too far over. So we've got a house there, and I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to do a green person. Why not? Don't want to infringe on the copyright of the Blue Man Group. So let's go for a green man. And there he is standing in front of his house. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to switch to this. I've got the stylus just at the top here. On the side, it's got the equivalent of left and right mouse buttons, so you can still do clicking and you can operate Windows if you want. I haven't wanted to. And then to turn it on, I'm just going to hold the power button down for a few seconds until it starts flashing blue, and then it's good to go. There are a couple of other interface buttons at the top. They're shortcut buttons that I've never gotten around to using. But let's see. I'm going to replicate that house. So here we go. I'm going to have a nice little house just at the top here. And I'm going to have the door and the windows. So it's not massively better, but that's partly because I'm just not a very good artist. But when it comes down to fine details, if I wanted to do kind of a little bit of shading, as you can see just here, if I wanted to add a bit of detail in different places, I'm going to be able to do a much better job of it with the stylus. And then I've got my guy just here. So when it comes to actually drawing like broad strokes, I guess there's not much to see in the difference between the two. But if I wanted to you know, put the guy in some clothes, maybe I could start kind of, it's almost like brushwork a little bit, isn't it? So here I am, and coloring in is a much simpler experience and much more enjoyable. Let's just go a little bit of detail. Let's give him an orange belt, shall we? He's got kind of low riders going on. Not sure really what's going on with this poor guy. He's not really got arms as such, and feet at the bottom. Okay, so there we go. That's a very simple test of it, and it's quick to turn on, quick to turn off. So I just have it sitting here next to me at my desk, so that when I want to do a bit of drawing to illustrate a point in the classroom, I feel that I could do a much better job with this. And because a lot of my younger learner classes rely on the kind of the graphic you know, showing rather than telling. You can, when you get to C2 level, of course, you've got to describe words using other words, but at lower levels, if a student wants to know what something is, sometimes the easiest thing is to draw a picture so that they can relate the picture to what they already know. And having this, I feel like it makes it a lot easier for me. It's the sort of thing I would do if I was in a traditional classroom. So I'm very happy with that purchase. And I think that because I'm going to be teaching online a long way into the future, I think this is going to be it for me in a lot of senses going forwards. I'm glad that I've made the investment in this, and I think that it was well worth doing. Of course, the decision is up to every individual teacher. If you've got a tablet like this, or if you're thinking of getting one, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, always do. It'd be great to know what you think of it yourselves. So until next time, thank you all very much, and good teaching.